Thank you, Doctor.
Play volleyball.
Heaven on earth is when the family sits down together to eat. This is your social distance when you're out in the market. Prosperous and strong for you. So my hair is clipped from that means hugging it. We hug.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, children. Good evening. So we have Aditi. Aditi, raise your hand.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, Aditi. Then we got Batul Alamdar. Raise your hand, Batul. Yeah. Then you got Batul from Akola, and Aditi is from Hadwani, and Batul is from Akola, and Divya Senthil Raj. Dia. Okay, Dia, where is you? Yeah, you from Chennai, and then you have Mehak Bansal from Panipat. Very good. And then you got Pranav Kumar Singh from Garhwa. Pranav, raise your hand. Yes. And you got Vijay Sai Yadaswar from Trichy. Very nice. Welcome to the Friday book reading show, where we share a page of the book called Making of the Top Cop. As Asha Gupta must have already told you, we do discuss this book. That's how it all idea came up with by the team at Rajnivas saying, ma'am, why don't we share this book, The Making of the Top Cop, with youngsters to inspire them and make them learn lessons from our life and tell them how did we grow up. So that's how this book was. And I'm sure she informed you about the book reading. We will today read one page, 23 of this book. We reached the 23rd page of this book. We normally read one page each. And we trust that all of you who've come here would have read the earlier pages. If you did. If you didn't, then you're welcome to go. I believe it's available on Kindle, is it? I believe it's on Kindle and on Amazon. So if you can, it talks about the first 25 years of my life, which went into the making of the top cop. Why do we say top cop? Because I reached the top of my service. And top of the service, when we reach, means that you reach the rank of the Director General of Police. And that's what God's grace I did reach. It has been a long journey of 35 years of Indian police service. So what is IPS? How do you make it to IPS? You will all read as you grow and you're interested in general knowledge. You'll go to the Union Public Service Commission website and you will learn about All India Civil Services. And then you will also click how do you become an Indian Police Service officer. Okay, so that's a little introduction about the event which we're having. Now I come back to all of you. Now I want to ask you, Aditi, Batul, Divya, Dia, Mehak, Pranav, and Vijay Sai raise your hand. How many of you want to first get your questions which you sent to be answered, or would you like the book reading to be first? Raise your hand. Those of you who want the book first. Oh, it's a 3. And those of you who want the questions first, raise your hand. Now, what do? I toss a coin because you're 3 each. You're 3 each. Okay. Who's the youngest of you? Youngest of you is Vijay Sai from Trichy. We will go by what the youngest person, Vijay boy, wants. I'll go by that. So Vijay, where are you? Raise your hand. What do you want, the book first or the questions first? Vijay, what do you want? Book first or the...
Ma'am, I want the book first, ma'am.
All right, so we'll go by the book first. So we will go by the book. And this is the page of the book which we are reading today. This page. this page, and this page of the book, I'll tell you what it means, what it is narrating. First one is Isha will narrow down on this drawing. This book has been written by my two sisters, Rita and Anu, and edited by another very good friend of mine called Amrita Behel. So this is a very interesting book. I'll read it for you. See, if you see this first one, and where I'm asked by students like you, and I'm sitting on the chair where I'm asked, ma'am, how do you do so many things at the same time? That's a question which is asked. And then I answer, I am by nature a multitasker because I grew up like this. Then the next question which I'm asked again is, ma'am, we always see you dressed in trousers. Have you ever worn a sari? To which I say, I'm an outdoor person, always playing or cycling. Trousers are so much more convenient for an active life. That's why no sari so far. Okay, then I go down a little and I will talk about the book as a whole, this page, because it's a very continuity of a thought. So I'll go back to the next portion of the book, of the same page. Go to the next page. If you get an opportunity, then the children ask me again, if you get an opportunity to go abroad, will you? And then I said, to visit, yes, but not to settle down. I want to serve my country. That's what I said. This is what I said when I was 19, 18 years old. Now, the next question which was posed to me was, we heard you are preparing for the civil services examination. What would be your preferred service? And I wrote, my first preference would be the Indian Police Service. It is the only service that provides instant justice to the one in need, instant justice. Then I go to the next slide. I'll cover the whole page today for all of you. Then I was asked, who is your ideal man? And I said, someone who believes that marriage is an equal relationship. That's what I answer. Then I'm asked this question, how important is money for you? And then I answer, to the extent it meets my needs. Surplus is always and will always be shared. This is the page of the book which I've shared with you. It's got so many things in one page. The first section of this page is, how do I use my time? How can I do so many things at the same time? I'll explain to you why I am able to achieve so many things at the same time, both when I was your age and even when I'm my age. And where I was between your age and my age, how could I do so many things? Fact is that, yes, it's a fact. I did many things at the same time. One, I was doing very well in academics. I was a scholarship holder in the university. And then I was also a tennis champion. I won the Asian and the national tennis champion while I was topping the classes. I was also a champion in my own country. And yes, I did wear I didn't wear the traditional way of dressing. I wore what made me save time and was brisk and was very dignified. And it was very, very protective about me. And it also made me agile, kept me agile. So these are 3 things I was trying to tell you. First was time management. Let me focus on time management today, because I think this is the crux of this page, and that will be very relevant for you. Is that I already had a plan of a long-term plan, what I want to achieve, and then how much I want to achieve, and then I used to break it up into chapters, into paragraphs, into subjects, and I used to also see what is the peak time, where my energy highest, and that I could study better. So I would take up the difficult thing first rather than the easiest thing first, because when my energy is fresh, it's better to take the difficult thing first, as it suited me. We all need to know each other. So my first message is, you should always know yourself. What are your energy levels? When are you best? Are you best at night? Are you best in the morning? Are you best in the evening? What is your energy level? So everybody is different biologically. So you can decide where is your best energy level. Then comes what is it that you want to achieve during the day? And then you decide that. And out of that, pick up the most difficult thing first, if you want to do that first, because that gives you a sense of achievement that you've been able to break through and that you made that easy, because rest is easy and you'll be able to grasp it faster, even when your energy is slightly low. So this is how I used to divide my energy, my recognition of my energy levels. And in studies and sports, I had to divide my time because I was have to practice every day to make it. And then when can I study? When can I practice? I have to spend my time because no COVID, everything was on the road. One had to travel, the biking, the busing, or whatever we had, running, jogging, hiking, all that, borrowing. It was as a student life, it was like that. So time management at your age is very interesting, and that comes with self discipline, because you really say this is my. And I had a little board on my table or rack where I knew what time to what time I must finish, so that I can stick to schedule. So I had a timetable before me in my eyes, like I have this at the LG's office. I have this engagements of the day. You see this? I have the engagements of the day. My ADC keeps it, and he gives me what time am I doing which meeting. So see, the same thing remains even now, where I have a timetable, or but I have a plan in mind. I have a plan in mind as to how am I going to use my day. So at the moment it is this, but as a student, I sometimes used to mentally have it. And sometimes I used to say, I'm going to freak it out. I'm going to see a nice movie, or I'm going to stay with my parents. I'm going to have fun with my sister. I'm going to go cycling, or I'm going to go out in the rain. So I would unwind completely and change my wavelength completely and say, I'm going to sleep a little extra. I used to do what my body needed. Right? So this was a part of, this is what made me multitask and make me hungry to do what I wanted to do. So I used to make myself want. I used to make myself hungry to achieve what I want to do. The point is, but I would not go, chalo chale aaj, chalo chodo Kiran, padhai baad mein hoti rahegi, aaj ye karte hain. If I would make a choice, then I would make a very conscious choice. If I want to oblige a friend, then it would be a conscious choice. It's not that I would do what others want me to do. I would do what suited me. It was not obliging others. It was suiting me. If it was comfortable. If it was a noisy place, or aaj shadi hai plane mein, chalo chalo chale, to bahut acha hai. All right, then I would factor it out. कि अगर मैं ये compromise करना है, तो how will I adjust something else? And will it be good for me? So I was basically, to say, I was commanding for myself. I was never dictated. चलो चले तो चलो चले, and then I would come and say मैंने गलती की, मैंने नहीं जाना चाहिए था. I rarely had a situation as a student where I would say मुझे उसने कह दिया और मैं चली गई, और मुझे नहीं जाना चाहिए था, मैंने उसका कहना मान लिया, या मैंने ज्यादा खा लिया, या मैंने ज्यादा सो लिया. No. I think for me, from the beginning, my time was very precious. How I manage my time and how I spend it. I think that's the crux. Automatically, because I wanted to achieve so many things, my dress was accordingly. My dress was, which would be very practical, which would make me do things, but which would also be very dignified. And I'm on the road as a girl all the time. So I'm biking sometimes, I'm running, I'm catching a bus. So automatically, my shoe wear cannot be a heel. It cannot be a heel. It has to be very comfortable. It has to be tied. It cannot be chappals, because now I'm running and I will leave my chappal behind. It'll go. So it has to be fleet-footed. It should give you high. It should be practical. So the dress is practical. The shoe wear is practical. Your headgear is practical. Pockets, jacket is practical. You got a handkerchief in, you got your money in, you got your pen here, your hands are felt clear. That's why I used to wear these jackets. The jacket was an idea from the college time. where I had pockets. I had about 6 pockets. Something will have a handkerchief, something will have a pen, something will have a paper, something will have a small diary. So all these things were very practical. My hands were already clear, and I would have a sling bag. Hands are clear to take care of myself. So I thought I would share with you all this was my way of growing in a very practical way, very simple way, very protected way. So this is the page of the book. I think you hit a very good page today. And my choice, there was clarity because of this discipline. There was clarity. I had the clarity what I want, what kind of work I do, what kind of work I'd like to do. There was a clarity and there was a vision. I used to envision myself working with the government, sitting in a chair where I can do justice. In fact, why this vision came when I was a child and somebody came for help to my father, and my father rang up somebody in position and got the help. So I realized that to help others, if I'm in a position of power or responsibility, I'll be able to help. Not that I'll show off, oh, I'm so and so, salute me. No, no, no. I was in a position to help. And that's the same spirit which remains, is that where you welcome. So this is the spirit behind this page of book. You're very lucky that you came across a very nice page which actually explains to you the philosophy, the manner in which I grew up spending my time, never wasting my time, investing my time, but enjoying my life, biking, playing with my sister and my family. So family time, everything. So not a problem. So I was saying that it's a good page where I had friends. I was not isolated. I was not selfish. I was also not running after money. How much money? My need was, since my need was serving in public life, money was not the priority. Money could have been a priority if I were deciding to go in entrepreneurship or into business. But even then, money is not the sole, is a product, is innovation. It's creativity. When you do want to go into business, you want a product, you need a design, and you study management, then you study business schools, then your whole needs change. But mine was serving the public, so I was developing accordingly. But if any one of you wants to go into entrepreneurship, wants to do a startup, then you study accordingly. Money, investment, banking, saving, spending, marketing, project making, then becomes a whole new line of working, and both are needed in this country. And that is expected from the current youth of India, is these kinds of things. Okay, my friends? Are you satisfied? Now going to come back to all of you on your questions and now chat with you for the rest of the 35 minutes we have. Now it's all yours. I'm going to listen to you and answer your question briefly. And then last round will be to find out what is your takeaway from this session of this 1 hour of book. This is how our plan would be. Now this next half an hour belongs to you. Okay, I begin with Aditi. You, Aditi Bajaj from Haldwani.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. My question was, ma'am, some people say to give money to the poor people, but in Mumbai, some people gave flats to the poor people, but the poor people gave those flats on rent and started living again on the road. So should we give money to those poverty people?
Yes, I agree. This is a wrong thing they did. It's a wrong thing they did. And this is the kind of work, the social culture which is developed in this country before. It's happened here where we build a house for poor. It's happened. Puducherry also, where everywhere in the government, the Prime Minister's schemes, help people poor people build a house. The government gives you a loan, bank gives you a loan, and it helps you build and allots it to you. What do? You rent it out, or you sell it, or you put it on power of attorney and you go back and occupy some other land and now say, I want to be relocated. This is a social culture which the country still has. Sometimes, all don't do this, but there is a category which does it and which is very wrong. So I think when you detect this, when somebody detects this, then it's better to take the house back. It's better to take the house back. Yes, Aditi?
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's go to Batul. Batul, Alamdar from Akola.
Yes, ma'am.
Batul.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. My question is, being a climate activist, I have studied about the impacts of climate change. What are your suggestions about inculcating climate emergency through education?
You see, it's all about self restraint and respect for whatever you are receiving. You are receiving everything in life in abundance. Air is free, free air, free greenery, free nature, right? Almost free water, right? So you're getting air, you're getting nature, you're getting water, and you're getting some very good, healthy environment in all respects. You got free oxygen. That is what when in COVID, some people went to hospital. Now they were buying for oxygen. They were spending money for oxygen because now they needed oxygen. Because they run out of oxygen. COVID makes you pant for oxygen. You start panting for oxygen, and cylinders were not available. And many people realized when nature provides you free air, we pollute it. I think the key lies in restraint, self restraint. All economic policies, social policies, consumption policies, if they also factor in the impact on climate change and climate, collectively it will make the difference. It is like some people want to burn their crop to get rid of and get even manure out of it. But it is the wrong way. So if everybody plays a responsible role in climate change, in preventing climate change, it will become a cleaner place. But it is about education and self-restraint and self-responsibility as a citizen. It's like water consumption. If we consume water according to our absolute necessity, not according to, like swimming pools, swimming where there is a dearth of water, swimming pools, I think is an unfair practice for others. That's why many restraints. So it's water, air, greenery, nature, earth, Mother Earth, all these things. So it's all about consumption policies. Batul. So it comes through education.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Divya, your turn. Divya Senthil Raj from Chennai. Divya, yours.
Kiran Bedi, ma'am, police service, is there a time that you missed your daughter's parent-teachers meeting or cultural event, or do you remember any incident in which she was naughty in school, which you had to go straight from work to school?
Yes, I could not be fully regular. My daughter's joined me already. My daughter's joined me, by the way. Saina joined us. And I have to speak absolutely the truth while she's present. I don't know what she's going to say. Will you like to answer this question, Saina?
First you answer, Mama, then
Well, I would say yes and no. To be right and wrong, I would say yes and no. I tried to do my best to be present in my uniform to attend her, and she said, "Mommy, you come in uniform. Mama, you come in uniform." So sometimes I would attend because I was always at work most of the times in uniform. So sometimes I did attend, but yes, I missed many too. Saina?
Jai Dharima to all of you. Lots of love. Mummy, when I look back, I
Huh?
don't think so. I think I when I look back, the memory I have is of a lot of. You were there. You were there. Mummy was there. Mummy was there because when Mummy got the gallantry award, I was sitting right down. Mummy was there.
School events. They were talking about your school event, PTS.
When I was a child, till my Mummy's been there. She's made it a point to be there.
Nice. My daughter is nice and reasonable.
No, 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 no. You've been there. I remember CGM. I remember Convent of Jesus Mary days. You were there, yes, in your uniform. You could not sit through the entire program, but your presence was there. Your presence was there. And I have to also tell you something very important which remains with me. When I was 8 years old, I fell very ill. It was touch and go for me. I was on the deathbed. The doctors had given up on me. There was no scope of my being able to pull through that phase. Mummy put in her papers. She wasn't getting leave. A career she had fought for. A career she had fought for her entire life. She put in her papers. Don't take anything for granted, bache.
Okay, Guria, thank you. Now let's go to the next.
Mommy,
So,
give me a moment.
Dia,
Don't take the love of your parents for granted. Don't take anything for granted. Love them.
okay, good. Thank you, Dia. You got your answer? Dia?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So you got it from my daughter rather than me.
I think the school PTMs and everything, yes, of course. But that
So
one
my
moment,
my daughter joins this children's group every Friday also as one of the children. Okay, Dia, the next one, Mehak Bansal. Mehak?
Ma'am, during this pandemic, many girls leave their education because of money problems, and their parents forces them to do only household work as they are not going to school and they are at their homes. Ma'am, what is your opinion about this?
I would like to be informed about such homes. We need to know about such homes. If the government gets to know about their homes, this can be corrected because nobody can should be left without education. It's a human right to be educated as a child. So if this can be informed to the authorities, it will help. It will help. Parents should not deprive them. Could be that those children who do not have access to internet, those who do not have access to the internet, may be losing out because they don't have online classes. That's conceded. But if they have the access to internet, then they should not be. It's your duty to inform some place which can be accessed if there is a system put in place by the government. Mehak? But this is a very vital point which you mentioned if children are losing. So please inform if you can. And if you can't inform anybody, please inform me. Inform Ashanti. And we will go back to the state and government and tell them this is happening.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Pranav Kumar Garva. Pranav?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Pranav, carry on.
Good evening, ma'am. My question is how to judge that we are right or wrong?
Ask your conscience.
Ma'am,
Shut your
how
eyes.
to
As I said, shut your eyes and ask yourself.
ma'am,
First,
how to judge?
How to judge what is wrong and right for us.
Yes, ma'am.
Ask yourself first. Give me a question. Pose a question. If you are in doubt, ask your question. Ask yourself, and I will tell you, practice it. Ask yourself,
Yes, ma'am.
what's your question in mind?
Ma'am, if I am not self confident on anything,
But that is not right or wrong. That's a quality you want to earn, you want to inherit to become more self confident.
yes, ma'am.
That's a quality that will come by doing and disciplining yourself, by habit, hard work. You earn hard, you become self confident only by working hard. Like, for instance, you want to learn cooking. Can you learn cooking only by recipe, or will you learn the recipe, read the recipe book and practice cooking, and then see whether you got the right salt, you got the right spice, you got the right heat, you got the right cooking and the right softness? Would you not follow the book but practice it? Or can you cook only by, but even recipe will not give the food. You have to practice it. And once you do, and you made it nice, and then you eat it yourself, and then you know whether you did it right, or can you change it and modify it. What have you got? Practice and confidence in cooking. So how do you do get confidence, Pranav?
Ma'am,
By
by practicing.
doing, by
Thank
doing and practicing, and then you would next time won't have to open the book. Then you know how much salt to put, how much this thing to put, how much that to put, and then when to put the cooker and when to put the micro. That's your choice. Then you, of course I know. Oh, your mommy will say, but you're not reading the book, Pranav. Mommy, I know. What is it? I know means I've got the confidence. How did you get the confidence? By reading and practicing. How do you
yes,
practice your mathematics solutions? By practicing, by doing. And then you're practicing. I know my class, I know my subject. Pranav, you
thank
got
you.
the answer?
Thank you, ma'am.
Have you got
Yes,
the
ma'am.
answer? Guchu, you
Mummy,
want to say
Yes,
something?
ma'am.
Yeah.
mummy, beta Pranav, the inner voice tells you कि आपने जो पूछा है ना गलत और
Something
सही
wrong with your mic. Something wrong with your mic, Guchu. Yours, please get your. There is an echo in your room. No, there's an echo in nobody else.
mummy,
No,
the mic is here.
Beta,
I
I'm
will
saying this is an echo. There's nothing wrong here. Everybody's mic is coming out very well. There's every time you speak, there is a little. It's like dropping of the water. So maybe you'll have to rework your whole systems. Okay, carry on. Speak. Speak. Switch on your mic.
बेटा गलत सही के लिए इनर वॉइस बोलती है
His question was, how does he get confidence? That to which I answered, practice. That's the reason. Okay. Now
by
let's go to
doing.
the next question. Yeah. Okay, Vijay, your turn. Vijay Science
Ma'am,
Yadupwar from Tripoli.
ma'am,
Yeah.
what are the positive things? Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. What are the positive things will be there in our society after things will be there in our society after lockdown? Being a student, how can I make the most of this situation better?
The biggest thing in the lockdown, what you all got is your time back. One of the many advantages we all have received is we have saved a lot of time commuting. We've also saved a lot of time commuting. We've also lost the opportunity of meeting friends. Let's look at the other way. But we've saved time commuting. Second thing we've saved time is being home more with our families. Third, parents have had more time with their children. Children have more time with their parents and their grandparents and their family members. Fourth, while you've lost going to the classroom and meeting friends, you've had more time to read on your own and study and research and revise, because you're no more losing 1 hour in the bus going, 1 hour in the bus coming back. So you are having fresh food at home for lunch. You're with your families and sisters and brothers. So you've gained time, family time. And I think after the lockdown, two things can be remaining with you. One is family time. A second is personal study time, where you've learned to study for yourself. You've learned to read and research yourself. So you're becoming your self-teacher. And I think another third thing which you've also learned as a side gain is you learn to live within your means. You don't have to just rush and all the time shop. You now learn to keep the money with you and spend according to your needs and not just splurge it around. Fourth, you learn to eat more home food rather than outside food, which is healthier. So I think there are many things which can stay with you after the lockdown, which I explained to you. Okay? Okay, Vijay?
Thank you.
Now let's go to the questions from
Thank you,
the
ma'am.
Arohi. She just joined us. Okay. Okay, Arohi, your turn. Yes. Arohi from Agartala.
Achieving my goal.
So therefore, what do we do? Okay, I'll read the question for you because I'm not hearing you, Arohi.
Achieving my goal.
How to stay focused on my goals.
How to stay focused on my
goals.
Okay, give me an example and I'll try and address that specifically. What's her example? What is her example?
How can I be more focused?
Yeah, but focused about what? Is she looking at playing a game? Is she looking at reading a subject? Is she about learning a new thing? Where is the loss of focus? Because
Achieve my goal.
loss of focus basically means weak attention. It basically means weak attention. How do you improve your level of attention? Is meditation is one of them. Meditation is one of them. Secondly, binding yourself, giving yourself a personal discipline of completing a task before you get away. Supposing you decided to finish a particular chapter before you want to get on to something else, you stay on that. Every time your thought deviates, you have to bring that thought to focus. So you have to police your own thought because there are two kinds of thoughts, as Sister Shivani explains very often. Is saying one thought would be to move away, get up and go. Another thought will come to say, stay put. That's your task. Stay disciplined. So you have to, third thought should choose between the two. That means there's one thought which will come, get up. Second thought will come, say, stay on. Third thought will be decide. So that means three thoughts in your mind are coming at the same time, but in a sequence. One is get up and go and have fun. Second is stay put. That's your timetable. And third thing is choose between the two. Be a decider. Be self-disciplined. So that's the third. You have to make a choice all the time. That means you are the chooser. And you have to, how will you choose? By observing your own thoughts. Now, I read a very nice piece this morning in the Speaking Tree. And that person said, now listen to me carefully. All of you listen to me carefully. It said, when I get up in the morning, I ask myself, do I want today a hell or heaven? And I choose heaven. Every time he says I get up, I put my feet on the ground and I ask myself, do I want my day to be hell or heaven? And he says, I choose heaven. And the whole day, I keep asking myself, is it heaven or hell? Am I choosing heaven or hell? Am I choosing heaven or hell? Because there can be things which disturb you during the day. So if things disturbing you, you don't get disturbed, but you deal with it. You're choosing heaven. But if you're getting a thing which is disturbing you and you get disturbed with it, you're choosing hell. So many things happen during the day which disturb you, which are not going your way. But remember, you told yourself when you got up, I'm going to choose heaven. So remind yourself, heaven. Heaven means that you are in control, you are in command, and you're making your choices. It's a very interesting thing, which is so simple. When you get up in the morning, you say, am I today going to choose hell or heaven? And you can say, I want to choose hell. Choose hell. Then what will happen? You'll get angry, you'll throw things around, you will get disturbed, and you'll be unhappy. You'll eat more than necessary. You'll snipe at other people. You'll find fault with other things, and you'll complain, right? And you will you'll waste your time. But if you've chosen heaven in the morning, you will be choosing it, you will making remaining a command in command of yourself. That means you got the horse's heart. It's not the horse which is going to make you run away. No, it's a horse, and you will be able to ride it. So you are the rider, not the horse. So you will not make the horse ride you. You will be in the riding seat, and you will trot, and you will canter, and you will gallop. It's up to you. So you are on the rider's seat, not the horse on you. So when you get up in the morning, ask yourself, am I going to ride the horse? Or am I going to make the horse ride me? If you say, I'm going to ride the horse, you're in heaven. But if you say, no, I'll let the horse ride me, then you're in hell, because the horse will trample you all the time, and you say, oh, idhar chot lagi, udhar chot lagi. Koi chot nahi lagi, because you're on the horse, and you're deciding the speed. You want to trot, or you want to gallop, or you want to just walk the horse. So that is the point. Okay, my friend. What was her name? She said? Arohi. From Silchar. Agartala. Okay, I've spoken to Arohi. Now let's go to the questions. Yeah. Respected ma'am, this is from Ishwani Soni. Did your previous karmas or your hard work help you to make what you are today? I think I was born with those karmas because I had a fantastically blessed family. So I didn't choose my parents. I didn't choose my sisters. I chose my friends. But I did not choose my parents. I didn't choose my school. You see, because you are sent to school when you can choose your college. But the question here is that you choose the school. You don't choose the school. You choose your university. You choose your college, but you don't choose your school. So when I got the best school, and I got the best parents who would love me, care me, send me to the best school, and totally give me a vision and groom me, put me into the best tennis and study, I thought I was born with good karma. Now, what do I do with that school, the college, and the love of my parents, and that whatever I have in abundance is my karma, which I'm making now. So that karma will be what I did yesterday becomes today. What do I do today becomes tomorrow. What do I do tomorrow becomes day after. And finally I go away again. But if I go with a good bank account of karma, in my next birth, I may be born back to good parents who will continue to care for me, and I'll start my life all over again. This is what I heard from Sister Shivani of the Brahma Kumaris very, very lucidly. And she explained it. So we are born with our karmas of whatever we got. Because we don't choose our city, we are born, the kind of health we are born, we do not know. But the fact that I was born with good health and family and everything, which means good karma of the past. But what I do with what I got is the karmas of tomorrow and the day after. So I think that would be my answer, Ishwani. Isha Sharma, good evening, ma'am. Having accomplished so much in your life, how are you able to remain so humble? I don't remain humble. I remain grateful. I think it's a gratitude which keeps you humble, which makes you, when you're grateful, like I've already answered in the first question. Whatever I am, I'm grateful to my parents and my family. I'm grateful to the service I got. I'm grateful to the friends and peers I had, my team members I got, the friends who helped me, and the good health I was blessed with. So when you remain grateful for whatever you are blessed with, you remain humble, because then you don't lose track. You feel that you're only building on what nature gave you. So you remain humble. Gratitude and humility are two sides of the same coin. If you remain grateful, you remain humble. And in humility, you also are giving all the time. Then you are able to position to serve, because you feel that you're getting in abundance. There is an opportunity to give. You remain humble because you're grateful. Avneet Gupta says, ma'am, you're in such an interesting job. Huh? Threatening. Oh, I thought interesting. It's threatening job. How? No, I'm not in a threatening job. I'm in an interesting job. See, I couldn't even read the word threatening. Imagine. Impacting. I couldn't read the word threatening. I just wrote interesting. I'm an interesting job. How do you manage it? I'm interesting. I enjoy it. And I add to the interest. I'm not in a threatening job because there is a threat to life in policing. It's a threat to life. It is threatening to life. It is a fact. People in armed forces, on very vulnerable areas, I've gone through a threatening portion too. But yes, for some, the threat goes longer and longer. All they have to do is stay fit, stay well armed, stay well equipped, and have a strong team, and stay well trained, and be very well alert and preventive. So you have to become accordingly, shape yourself. And but the resources are available to see that you work as a good team, and that you remain protected, and you protect others too. Ma'am, how do you, Rajni Gupta says, how do you choose best friend in our life? I have only my mother. Only my mother? You have everything. You are not having only my mother. You have my mother. That means I have my mother, and she's my best friend. When you have a mother, you have the world. Mother is the world. Always remember. And you are calling your mother the best friend, then there is no better friend you need. Isha, you are asking, good evening, ma'am. It's so remarkable that you choose to inspire children. What is it about children that you like the most? Because they're the purest souls. They are nearest to God. They are innocent. They are true. They love you without any reason. They love you purely. That's why I called children are nearest to God. I see them nearest to God. I love them because I know they are God's own. I love them because they're pure at heart. They're pure in soul and spirit. They're true and they speak the truth. They are so true. Irfan Pasha says, Sadhguru got really tough competition. There's nothing Kiran Bedi ma'am can't answer. No, I do not know. No, if you ask me about space, I do not know. If you ask me about mathematics, I do not know. Oh, there's so many things I don't know. Please, there's plenty Sadhguru alone knows. I do not know. I only know what I have experienced at the moment. And there's in one life, you can experience that much only, little bit. So if you ask me about mathematics, I'll fail 100%. If you ask me geometry, physics, chemistry, I'll not pass. If you ask me about other language, Tamil, I do not pass. I'll not pass Tamil. Even though when I'm in love working in Pondicherry, I still cannot speak. I may pick up here and there. I don't tell people I understand what they say because then I catch them. I've started understanding what they're saying, but I don't tell them that I'm understanding what you're saying. But I can't speak because then I can't pronounce it. So I don't know. We make this last question when we go to the round. Okay, children, friends, we'll go to the last question because I want the feedback from the students. Hi, ma'am. My question is, so many of them cheated me in the name of friendship. I don't know how to tackle them. Have you faced this before? Have you tackled them? Of course, there are people and people. There are good people and there are people who are not good also. The moment you realize that they are not good people, just distance yourself. You don't have to hang around them. Just distance yourself and leave them as they are. Because if you can't change them, then let them be. Let them be. So just distance yourself and then let them be friends, but distance yourself in certain ways. All I would say is don't have to dislike them. Just distance yourself because they may be having their own good points and they have their weaknesses. Then you look at their strengths and not their weaknesses. That's all. That's all. One last question. Sudhanshu Shukla. Madam, people say you're very strict. How do you control anger? Zabardast. I have many levels of many reasons for angry, for being anger, but I've learned to observe it. I've learned to control it. I've learned to handle it. I've learned to respond to it. And one of the recent anger case was when I received a complaint that a particular person here took the Lieutenant Governor's office for granted and had cheated all the departments concerned. And I also felt that some officers had been misled. And I saw all the papers. It angered me that this particular person took us all for granted, and we senior officers and the whole administration for granted. Guess what I did? Instead of getting angry, I called the officers straight away. It was 9 o'clock in the night. I called him and I said, explain to me. Here are the papers. Here are the reports. I don't need an inquiry into this. These papers are clear. I asked him, why did you do it? He started to explain. Now see, so being angry and shouting at him? No. I told him, here, read the papers. What have you to say? So I controlled my anger by calling him and giving him an opportunity to read the papers. When he read the papers, then I asked him, what have you to say? When he started to go around the bush, I said, no, you read this. You either admit, you regret and correct, or I'm sorry, I have the power to punish you. Now I will deal with you. So he realized I have evidence. So instead of saying, why you do it now, I'll take you to task, I'll do this. No, you have the papers. You tell me, what shall you do? He said, ma'am, I will do the following. And he started telling me, I will correct the following. Then I immediately dictated the letter that this is what was shown. He has acknowledged the following and that he shall correct these with immediate effect. And the next day, he implemented it. My objective was achieved. So instead of going around shouting at the top and then saying, I'll show you what. No, I was angry, very angry. And till 11 o'clock at night, I worked on it. And I got the results. So instead of shouting, etc., I used this method. Once I have the evidence, this is my way of dealing with it. When I have the evidence, I give an opportunity to the officer, come and explain. And if he admits and he concedes and he doesn't lie around and beat the bush and promises me to commit, I give him a chance. But if he tries to be smarter than me, and if I have evidence, then I don't spare him. Then I use my power of the pen. That's my anger. Okay. You got a good session today. You all children got a good session today. Okay, I'm going to do a one step, including my daughter from Sina. What is your one single takeaway before we wrap up the show? Okay. Who do I begin with? Okay, Medak? Mehak, your one day, what you're learning today, I think it's going to be memorable for us.
Today I learned so many things from this session. Ma'am, we should be punctual in doing our work. We should make a timetable and we should make a promise to ourselves that we will follow a timetable. Ma'am, we should not waste our time in unnecessary things. Practice makes a man perfect, so we should practice and practice in order to improve what we want to do. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mehak. Oh, thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you so much, Mehak. Oh, you made a lovely one for me. Thank you so much with your love. Thank you, Mehak. Thank you. Okay, let's go to Aditi. Aditi, you're from Hadwani.
Ma'am, I learned today to know yourself and the management of time.
Very nice, Advani. Thank you so much, Aditi. Okay, Batul. Batul.
Ma'am, today I learned that creating yourself a good man or woman does not need any money or power on earth. It needs your passion to become a good person. And I learned the skills of management and a lot of things. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Batul. And I'm sure these stay with you. What about Pranav?
Ma'am, I have learned that we should be punctual and we should make a timetable.
Your mic is not good today. There's sound coming from behind, Pranav. What is the sound which is disturbing? Okay.
Ma'am, my voice is
Something
coming.
else. There's something disturbing in your mic. Now speak.
Ma'am, I
I'll come
learned
back
that to
again.
be
Just
punctual
get your
and
systems
do
a
our
little.
work on time.
Vijay from Tucci.
Ma'am, ma'am,
Vijay, speak.
ma'am, I learned this lesson is keep our goal high, use our
It's got stuck. Okay. Let me go to Arohi. Vijay, can you speak? Ah, you made something. Vijay, what have you made? What is this that? Oh, you written some names. Enthusiastic, optional.
Expanded your name.
Oh, how cute. So sweet of you. Thank
ma'am.
you.
This is doodle art, ma'am. Ma'am, I prepare for you, ma'am. Having drawings, ma'am.
Thank you, Vijay. I'm sure when you grow up too, you will get to see me one day. You'll be a big man, a tall boy.
He says kind-hearted, inspiring, responsive, affirming.
Lovely.
Celebrity meet.
Huh?
My first celebrity.
Oh, so good. Thanks. So beautiful, Vijay. Remember to come and see me when you grow up. Okay? Okay? Okay?
Unmute.
Unmute. Oh, ho gaya. Vijay, when you
Ma'am,
grow
I
up,
have
you
a
want to
book
come.
of yours.
Oh, you got this book. Oh, so sweet of you.
Tamil.
Oh, it's in Tamil. Yes. Yes. Very sweet of you. Okay, Arohi, what's your takeaway?
Thank you.
Unmute. Arohi, unmute. You're not unmuted. Now,
Can you hear me? Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
very little, very thinly.
And you can ask her to type in the chat box.
You can type in the chat box. I will, or you chat it, send it to Asha Aunty. Ask, type out for Asha Aunty, and I will take your question. I can hear you very faintly. Try and speak.
She's written, huh?
She's written?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm taking it from your chat box.
Ma'am,
We are
I
taking
sent
it.
in the chat box.
What's it?
Last minute. Ma'am, I learned to get more focused, listen to positive responses coming from my inner soul.
Lovely. Very nice. Very nice.
She's already written it. She knew she can't be heard.
So beautiful. यही तो बात असली. Lovely for the lovely. Bless you. Bless you. That's called my e-hug. A e-hug for all of you. All of you, a e-hug. Yeah? Okay. Okay, Dia. What does Dia say? E-hug. Dia. Dia. Okay, now let's go to Saina. We'll go back to Dia when she gets reconnected. Saina, what's your takeaway as a grown-up daughter?
Mama, time and free will वो डालते हैं हमारी झोली free will and time and वो define
Your mic has to be corrected, Saina. Your mic, your system has to be corrected. There's something not right because you're losing in between a few words here and there. But I got the essence of your answer. Carry on, repeat it.
time and free will माँ हमारी झोली में डालते हैं हमें मिलता है प्रसाद हम उस प्रसाद का क्या करते हैं that defines each one of us.
Perfect.
Time और free will मिलती है हमको.
That's the point. The time and the free will You have the time and you have the free will to choose your time, use your time.
मामा जितना भी टाइम मिले, जितना भी मिले,
That's right. Correct.
जितना भी मिले,
Great.
और फ्री
Super.
विल हमारी हमको प्रसाद मिलता है बिना झोली.
Right. Anybody else? I think we're done with all. Pranav, you want to say something? Pranav, what is your thinking?
Ma'am, I have learned that how to manage time and make a timetable, be a punctual.
Good. As long as you remember what you said and practice it. Thank you, Vijay. I'm seeing your list. I'm seeing your list, Vijay. I'm seeing your list. Very nice. Thank you so much. Very nice. So good of you. Thank you. My first celebrity meet.
Thank you, ma'am.
I wish you all the best. God bless you. Arohi, you want to say something?
Ma'am, after lockdown, I want your autograph, ma'am, in the book, ma'am.
Okay, you send it to Asha Aunty and Asha Aunty. Now I want you to both to see Asha and Isha.
Yeah.
Okay, Dia?
Yeah.
Okay. Dia, boss.
Ma'am,
Dia?
ma'am, I learned to be focused and be very conscious of my choice and to keep myself, draw myself to my needs, ma'am. Thank you.
Very nice, Dia.
Anyone has made anything, दिखाने को बोल दीजिए.
If anyone has made anything, can show if you want. That's it.
Ma'am, I made
So lovely. This is
5 बजे उसको बनाई उसने क्योंकि 8 बजे से क्लास है बोले.
so nice of you people have done such a. That's why I say you are nearest to God. You're so simple.
You've got that Rajma's logo on top.
Ah,
Let's say 5 days.
so cute. That's so cute for all of you. See how much pure love. Wow. This is called pure love. That's why Rajnivas is open to children with all the love. So nice. Even Arohi has made. Lovely. Bless you. So much. For so much of love, I want to cannot thank you enough. All I can do is do a big e-hug for all of you. All of you an e-hug. All of you. Lots of love. Eee! Cookie. Thank you so much.
Arohi wants to say something.
Bete, I can't hear. Her sound is low. She's on the low sound.
Try, बच्चे.
Even earlier, we read her post.
Try.
Thanks, ma'am.
Arohi is asking when can we meet?
When COVID goes away.
Ma'am, when lockdown.
Wonderful. Look at that.
Aditi's written something.
Aditi, you can post it to Asha Aunty. Oh, I want to make you meet both of you. Come on, Isha and Asha. Come on. Now meet the two persons behind this program.
Show.
Come on.
Beta, Batul, show, बच्चे. Show.
Come on, Asha.
Batul is made something. Batul is
Okay,
made
Asha.
something.
Asha and Isha, please meet. This is Isha and that's Asha. See, I have to go the other way. These are the two behind this lovely program. What she does and what she does. I want them to tell you how they do it. No. Go ahead. Tell them how you organize this program. Please go ahead. Tell them.
We organized this program because you're all inspired by Dr. Kiran Bedi, the mega icon. If it was not for meeting her, there is nothing for us to organize. And
how we pick the children.
Okay. All the children are randomly picked. We have there is no selection, no preference. As you all know, we have not known anyone earlier. We have made friends on every session. And now we are trying to take children from secondary cities and coming on to, like you would see, we have Panipat, we have Agartala, we have Siliguri, we are trying to take as much as possible children who don't get such opportunities so easily. And we always try to take a different kind of a batch. Sometimes it's a batch from the metro cities, sometimes it's only girls, sometimes it's boys. And our desire is that children should really benefit from this. and go away with an impact of a lifetime. Thank you, ma'am.
And Isha?
Last 4 years, we've had sessions with children every month at Rajnivas. And with COVID setting in, this is how we decided to connect with children, which is virtually. And best way was to read book, ma'am's own book, which comes from her real life stories. So we have made use of all the platforms that we have: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and we are trying to reach out to more and more children and their family members, so that not just 7 children benefit, but we reach out to a larger space. And thanks to ma'am who took up this and decided to reach out to all of you.
This is their brainchild. This is a brainchild of them, Isha and Asha. This is their brainchild. And I have certainly been very happy to read a book which is telling you something which you can learn from. I'm so happy that it's being of help to you. You want to say something? She's saying something. Thank you.
Batul bol bacche.
Yeah. Dia wants to say something. I want to ask Dia. Dia wants to say something.
Ma'am, thank you so efficiently.
Dia, what did you say?
Ma'am, thank you for handling the Nibar cyclone so efficiently.
Oh, so sweet of you. Oh, so sweet of you. So did Chennai do such a good job? Your state did a very good job. Tamil Nadu did a great job. Puducherry also did successfully, and we saved lives, didn't we?
Yes,
Good.
ma'am.
So see you again. We are Asha will keep you connected. Yeah. Yes, Batul, you want to say something?
Ma'am, due to this COVID-19, we would I was not able to do gatherings, and we would not be able to do gatherings on Christmas. So I made a Christmas present for all of you. I made a
Thank
card.
you. Oh, lovely. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Batul. Thank you. Yeah, lovely. Lovely.
Please send it to us.
So cute. We will use it. Saina, you want to say something? You were saying something? Saina?
All blessed, mommy. जय धारी. All blessed. खुश रहो. बहुत खुश रहो सारे.
Lovely.
आप बच्चे हंसते खेलते रहो, खुश रहो, healthy
That's
रहो.
right. Vijay, you want to say something? Yes?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have drawn a doodle art in your name, ma'am. Ma'am, can I read that?
Huh? What do you have done?
Ma'am, K for kind-hearted, I for inspiring, R for restorative, A for affectionate, A for angelic, N for nice, noble, D for brave, brisk, and E for enthusiastic, exceptional, and D for dynamic, and dauntless, I for iconic. I learned these values from you, ma'am.
And you are the best. And you're the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Bless you all.
So-
Bye-bye. Okay, e-hug for all of you once again. Come on, give me an e-hug. Come on. No, squeeze. Come on. Come on. Squeeze. A good e-hug. That's lovely. Lots of love. And a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you ahead. Bless you. Take
Merry
care.
Christmas, ma'am.
I'm sure
Ma'am,
life
you
will
are
be
a true inspiration for youth,
Happy
like
Christmas.
for all the youth.
lovely, lovely.
Bless you, bless you,
Bless you.
bless all.
Lovely.
बस हंसते खेलते रहो, ऐसे ही खुश रहो.
You can all clap. Yes, clap for each other. Yes, clap, clap. Lovely. Everybody clapping makes it so much nicer. No, everybody flapping. Lovely. Most beautiful roundup of the whole week for us. No?
So much of joy seeing them smile.
Yeah.
It fills up our heart. Fills up my heart.
Lovely.
Bless you.
There is only one thing we can say. Have you seen the next 100? Maybe it's more than 100.
This is one program which should keep us together, isn't it?
Yes.
From anywhere. This program can always be.
Sorry about that.
This has a longevity, huh?
Sorry about that question.
That's okay. This program has a longevity. है ना?